All right. I think I got it right this time. I think I got this right this time. That done threw me off. That done flustered me. I had to go grab out the refrigerator a damn drink so that I could clear my mind. I done got thrown off, all the way off. But that's okay. These things happen. We gonna make it do what it do and have a good time still. Hopefully, people will come in. I know YouTube ain't sending no messages out, no notifications out at all. At all. They don't care about me. They do not care. Lord. Hey y'all, I apologize. I listen, I got too many things going on at one time. I'm just all flustered and thrown off. And yeah, I'm just thrown off. It just done threw me off today. God help me, Lord, God of mercy, God of love. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? What y'all got going on? Hey there. Hey, everybody. I ain't even got no intros, no nothing. We just here. We is up here, and it is what it is. Um, so yeah, we here. We are here. So we gonna make it do what it do. I apologize for that earlier snafu. Lord, don't I sound all messed up and perturbed? That thing just messed me all up. It got me all throwed off. I'm just throwed off, just all throwed off. Okay, Lord Jesus. Hey everybody, as y'all come here, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for coming on over. I got too many. I got an interview tonight at 8. Please come back for our interview tonight at 8. Um, that I have. Um, So, and I got to do my homework for that interview. But we got some things to talk about today, and we're gonna get it out. We gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna get it all out. Get it all out. Yeah. Can somebody in the members only chat, Cams, can you let them know that I'm live again? Again. The first one didn't go right. So we live again. Anyway, hey Spicy Original, hey Prayed Up. Hey Yana, Bilo Didi. Hey everybody, Cams, Boo, Miss Sharon, Miss Kiki. Excuse me, Mrs. Kiki. Budgets, Weights, Monk Chip. Hey Boo. Hey everybody. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I thank y'all for being here. We got some things to talk about. I just got so thrown off. Listen, God, help me, Lord. Oh, mm, ah. I think we live for real this time. So, listen. Um, I don't have nothing good today. There's no good news today. Everything is spiky. Every goddamn thing is goddamn spiky. So we're gonna start with this. Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like. Major sugar spike. So now, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son. Major sugar spike. And who shall ever believe? Major sugar spike. They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit. I wish somebody help me.
And we're gonna go into this.
Hold on, friend. Okay, you on speakerphone. What you want to tell them?
I feel a lot of you guys are very concerned about my health. And I'm going to have diabetes.
And what else they be saying?
I'm going to die one day. Everybody's going to die of something. Oh, right. The reason why I like sugar is because apparently I'm fat.
Friend, you're not fat.
I am fat, though.
No, you're not. What else you going to put in there?
I'll mix it with a little water for y'all. People.
That's it?
That's a little bit good.
So is that your dinner? Right there?
Yeah, this is dinner tonight.
What is it?
I'm on a diet, so I can have one hot dog.
What about the pickle?
You know, pickles are good for you, so.
And your fries?
I got my French fries plain. I got my lemonade, strawberry.
With sugar.
I could just put a little sugar in it, you know. But thank y'all for being concerned about me.
Hold on, friend.
Thank y'all for being concerned about me, because I might spike all the way the hell out today. As you can see, I'm all thrown off. Hey, Regina Boo. Hey, Janae. Budgets, wait, you know what? I ain't even got no, I'm not going to set a tardy bell for today since I'm so thrown off and everything's just off. However, hall monitors, feel free to assign any essays as you may see fit and necessary. Please, hall monitors, feel free. If somebody roll up in here past whatever requisite time you think that it is that is required, then you could just assess an essay at your discretion. I'll leave that discretion up to you all, hall monitors. Monitor the door, monitor the halls, please. I'll leave that at your discretion to assign a late bell. Talk amongst yourselves and figure that out. I need this. I shout out to Lazy Boy Snacks, who's gonna help me get my mind right and help me calm down from what's been a very crazy day. Work has been crazy today. Ooh, that right there is gonna help out. So, where do we start? Where the hell do we goddamn start? Like, it's no freaking place to start that's good. There's nowhere, there's nothing to look forward to. Hey, Sean, there is nothing good about politics today. Whole lot in the news today, whole lot of stories, just a whole lot of sugar spikes. Hey, hey, really be. Hey, Sean, what's good? Fire. Hey, Travel Love, Tracy Wilson, Ravina rolled up in here, Montrez that rolled up in here. All y'all that came up in here. Jason that rolled up in, Regina, Janae. Hey, everybody. Listen, y'all. Hall monitors, I told you, it's at your discretion today. It's at your discretion today. We got your girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene, comparing Donald John Trump to Nelson Mandela and Jesus the Christ. I'm surprised she didn't say Martin Luther King. I just knew she was gonna let Martin Luther King roll off her tongue, because you know that's their go-to. Martin Luther King, that's the go-to. Hey, Lemon Kush, like that's the go-to. Lord, like that is the go-to. Lord, Marjorie Taylor Greene is someone void of the intellectual fortitude and wherewithal to hold any position at any place of employment, much less to be seated on the floor of the United States House of Representatives, representing a whole group of constituents, responsible for the passage of bills and laws that affect our everyday lives. She is one of those people. I told you, the House of Representatives is full with riffraffs, scallywags, yahoos, ass clowns, bozos, and fucktards from across the fruited plains. They just got everybody up in that shit. Just anybody up in that shit. Hell, we got a whole ghost up in there in the form of Representative John Doe. Representative George Santos, or whatever he's calling himself today. God of mercy, God of love. Today is the anniversary of the 55th anniversary of the death of Martin Luther King's assassination by the United States government. Let's be clear. We're not mixing words here. Today is the 55th anniversary of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King by the United States government. I need some more of this to make it the room. Shout out to Lazy Boy Snacks. Just shout out. Let's go help me make it through. I'm not going to drink all of this because I might be crawling up the walls, but I'm going to take another swig. Mm. Just a mess. Just a whole mess. A mess. So, um, I'm so flustered today, y'all. It's so much going on today, y'all. Like, it's so much going on today, y'all. All right, let's get right down to it. Let's get right down to the bullshit. Let me break it down for y'all. The first thing that's a real quick one and done, we won't know the results of this till later, is the fact that there is a couple elections going on today. You have the Chicago mayoral election runoff today, which is between Vallis and Johnson. Vallis is the Paul Vallis is the guy who both of them come out of the school system. Um, we have Vallis, who's the white guy, who is nobody likes him. Yeah, nobody likes him. But he is the reason why we had a whole lot of strikes over there in Chicago with the school system. He claims he's a Democrat, but his politics says otherwise. And then you have Brandon Johnson, who's also who's a member of the school board, I believe it was. And he's also running as well. He's a black guy, and I'm not just saying that I'm voting for him because he's black, but his politics align more with what I think will be right for that city. And we'll see how that goes. I saw Quintessential. She went and voted. She posted that on her social media today. So hopefully she'll be in here. Anybody else in the Chicago area that's going to be voting today in that election in the great city of Chicago? Um, yeah. So, in other election news, they're also voting in the great state of Wisconsin for a new judge for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Um, so, which is very important because that will decide the balance of power for that Supreme Court. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the vote shakes out. You're talking a state where you have Senator Ron Johnson and his fuck shit. Remember, he defeated my good frat brother Mandela Barnes in that senatorial election this past November, and he used every scare tactic in the world to garner votes, scaring people. into thinking that Wisconsin's crime was the worst on the face of the globe. Mind you, Ron Johnson hasn't done anything in the entire time he's been in the Senate to do anything about this alleged problem with crime. The same Ron Johnson that has said some of the most incendiary things in the Senate, y'all reelect him back there. So it's a crapshoot to see how that's going to shake out. And Wisconsin, there was a lot of gerrymandering that went on with their if you did not know, with their election map. So we'll see how that goes. Republicans do hold the legislature, though. They hold the House and they hold the Senate in the Wisconsin legislature. So while the governor is Democrat, the legislature is Republican. The Supreme Court of Wisconsin, from what I understand, this will decide the balance of that Supreme Court. So we'll be those are two real quick that we'll be monitoring to see how that goes and so forth. So now to our sugar spiky news. Dear God, I might need some Gatorade. Let me just take some Gatorade real fast. Oh God. Do I got another Gatorade over here? I do. Great. So now where's Really B? I know I saw her come out in the bushes. Really B, all about the bushes. Did you hear about this case over at North Carolina A&T in the last couple of days? So they've arrested this guy on the campus of North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina. It is an HBCU, who had more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition and numerous weapons on his person. Let me read this for you. Greensboro, North Carolina. A man is facing numerous charges after he was arrested at North Carolina A&T State University's campus. Greensboro police said on March 26th, they responded to the North Carolina A&T campus to a heavily armed individual. The fact that we're just getting this news out in the last couple days baffles my mind, but that's a whole different story. Really B, did you hear about this? Because I just learned about this yesterday, and a lot of the articles that I saw on it are from yesterday and today, and I heard nothing about this in March. That's a whole nother story. Let me keep reading. Greensboro police said on March 26th they responded to a North Carolina A&T campus to a heavily armed individual. They said Brandon James Bentley, 27, was violent and making threats to law enforcement. North Carolina A&T officers told police Bentley was chasing unarmed security guards on campus. Police and North Carolina A&T officers helped to detain Bentley. Put a highlight on that. To detain Bentley. Mind you, I just read a story, a sentence out of this story that says Mr. Bentley was, quote, chasing unarmed security guards on campus. Heavily armed. But they managed to detain him. Pay attention to that. Police say they discovered 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, a rifle, a crossbow, a machete, stun gun, hatchets, knives, choking devices, pepper spray, a blow dart gun, brass knuckles, and other weaponry in his vehicle. I mean, did you leave anything out? I mean, did you have an electric chair in that bag? Did you have a guillotine in that bag? I mean, you had every weapon. You had some nukes up in that bag. You had some Scud missiles going retro back to Desert Storm. You had some Scud missiles up in there. A Uzi, no rocket launcher, no grenade launcher. I mean, listen to what this man had on his person. 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, 1 rifle, a crossbow, a machete, stun gun, hatchets, knives, choking devices, pepper spray, a blow dart gun, brass knuckles, and other weaponry in his vehicle. You even got blow dart. You out here hiding in bushes and shit. What the fuck? Like, you ain't leave nothing. I mean, no slingshot. You going biblical with David and Goliath. I mean, that's all you need is one more good slingshot. No bow and arrow. Where's the bow and arrow? Now, wait a minute. You can't tell me that you were thoroughly equipped. Wait, no, he did have a crossbow. Let me take that back. He had a crossbow, so we can check that box. Bow and arrow check. But no slingshot? Circa David and Goliath? No parts of that, huh? No Uzi, no grenade launcher, rocket launcher, Scud missile in the back. I mean, since we just carry the entirety of the fucking U.S. arsenal in our cars. Like, what the fuck? You got blow darts. Bitch, you around here hiding in the fucking bushes, popping up saying, that's what we doing now? Blow darts. Baby, you got brass knuckles. Baby, you got pepper spray. He got a hatchet and knives. Baby, he got and a machete. He got all 3. Baby, he got machete. He got hatchet. He got knives. He got it all. He ain't fucking around. However you want to come at him, bro, it's ready. He got the handgun. He got a stun gun. Oh, yes, we got everything. We got tasers and all. You name it, we got it. Girl, you got some anthrax, some envelopes with anthrax in the car too, because that's what you left out the chemical warfare. I mean, you started with the pepper spray with the blow darts, but I need you to. I mean, if you got to finish and seal the deal, hey Harold, seal the deal. Where is your chemical warfare? You know, anthrax in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? So you can, something. Girl, y'all got a lot going on. They also said he had more than 1,000 rounds of various ammunition. You think he's gonna need various ammunition? Baby, he around here like a walking arsenal. What the fuck? This is the radical. Oh, I don't have to tell you he's white. I don't have to tell you that. I don't have to tell you Mr. Bentley is a white male. I don't have to tell you that, right? Greensboro Police Department's hazardous devices team also responded to a potential threat of an explosive device, which turned out to be fireworks. Hell, you might as well respond to anything. Nuclear missiles. I mean, where do we? There's no grenade. Where's your grenade, sir? You got all this and ain't got no grenades. You left nothing to the imagination. Hell, a sharpened fingernail clip, a shank from prison. You took the toothbrush and whittled it down to a shank. You ain't want no shank. Didn't want no parts of that. I mean, you went as far as to do blow darts. But I'm just saying, Bentley was charged with the following: multiple weapons offenses, including firearm on educational property, explosive device on educational property, weapon on educational property, carrying a concealed weapon, driving with revoked license, and reckless driving. He appeared in court on March 27th. Why are we just finding out about this? Not Rambo ain't even have all this. I don't even know if Rambo had all of this, child. Listen, did Rambo have all of this stuff? Let me read this one. Maybe y'all are not hearing me. Let me read the grocery list of weaponry that he had in his arsenal sitting in the car. He had because it's gonna take a lot. Hold on, let me. I need another gate. Hold on, let me open another Gatorade. 'Cause I'm gonna need another Gatorade to read through this goddamn list. Shit, Lord, God, Lord. Let me read to y'all again what's in this young man's arsenal. Let me crack open this Gatorade. What flavor it is? Arctic Blitz. He had two handguns, two shotguns, one rifle, a crossbow, a machete, stun gun, hatchets, knives, choking devices, pepper spray, a blow dart, brass knuckles, and other weaponry in his vehicle. They also said he had more than 1,000 rounds of various ammunition. What constitutes as choking devices? Because anything can be a choking device. Shoelaces, a belt. I could take a shirt and maybe use it as a. What do you use? Was it a noose? Is it a noose, or is it what constitutes as choking devices? You have a sick, deranged man chasing unarmed security guards around the campus of North Carolina A&T, historically black college university, and you managed to have this man that damn near had the full arsenal of the United States Marine Corps sitting in his goddamn car, but magically, he manages to make it out without a hair touched on his body. Y'all ain't gun him down. Y'all ain't take him out. He was detained and made it to court the next day where he was arraigned and charged. Where's my Gatorade? Oh, it's over here. His white ass gets to go to court. Our black asses, baby, we would have been taken out. Let me tell you something. What's up, Jeremy? You fucked me up, Jeremy, when you changed your name. I was like, who the hell is Mr. Speaks? I don't know no goddamn Mr. Speaks. I ain't subscribed to no Mr. Speaks. I had to click into the video. I'll be in the bush. I had to click into the video and say, oh, there's Jeremy. What the fuck did Jeremy change his name? I guess I shouldn't call him Jeremy no more. I should call him Mr. Speaks. Okay, Mr. Speaks. Well, however you want me to call you, I'm going to call you that. Right, Harold. But what about the children? The children. Lord. His bond was set at $100,000. They gave this man a bond, and he was carrying the full force of the United States Marine Corps arsenal. Like, oh, you did the same thing too, Marty, when he had that vest talking about Mr. Speaks, and we looking like, who the hell is Mr. Speaks? I don't know. I didn't subscribe to no damn Mr. Speaks. And now we learned that it's Jeremy. You know what? The faculty was on gag order. Oh, Aggie homecoming about to be very interesting. Geo, that is, they do call it Geo. I have been to Geo once, and no, that wasn't Geo. That was South Carolina State homecoming I went to. I have not been to Geo. Have I? I don't think I've been to Geo. I know I've been to South Carolina. I think that was South Carolina State's homecoming. I don't know if that was Geo. I'm sure it won't be as good as some of the homecomings that I've been to on the highest of 7 hills. But let them tell it. They call it the greatest homecoming on earth. I heard it's real mediocre. I heard it's like, okay, it ain't nothing like what we have in Tallahassee. I'm just saying. It is. Is it better than the homecomings in the 90s in Tallahassee? Because them homecomings in the 90s, dear God, help me, Lord. Anyway, let's get back to Mr. Bentley. Here's how it went. Hold on. Make sure I got this. It says, according to the Release statement by North Carolina A&T on March 26th at approximately 4 a.m. This is 4 in the morning. So you know he hiding in the bushes. This dog too. You can't see his ass. His ass in the fucking bushes with blow darts and shit. That bitch got blow darts and all. Um, that shit says, listen, I cannot, let me read this again to y'all because y'all don't understand. This man covered all his bases. You know how fucking Shirley Caesar was talking about greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, all, you know, that's what you got to do when you calling out this shit that this man had on his person in his arsenal. Let me read again. 2 handguns, 2 shotguns, 1 rifle, a crossbow, a machete, a stun gun, hatchets, knives, choking devices, pepper spray, a blow dart, brass knuckles, and other weaponry. They also said he had more than 1,000 rounds of various ammunition. What the hell did we leave? I'm telling you, he left out the goddamn not the crossbow, the goddamn slingshot. I need you to have a slingshot and some goddamn jagged rocks. That's what I need. What the fuck is a slingshot and some jagged rocks? Where's the envelope with anthrax that you blow into somebody's face? You got to cover all bases. I don't know if it's open, but baby, it's open now. Like bro said, I'm not leaving nothing to the imagination. I just need him to have a sling. If he would have had the David and Goliath slingshot, he would have got the prize. He would have got the prize. But the sickening part is that this young man is still alive and allowed to go to court because you know he was on the campus of North Carolina A&T because he is a racist white fucktard that was trying to kill a whole bunch of black people at this HBCU. But y'all police don't find any reason to take these fucktards out. The racist Nazis, the Klansmen, the bigots, all of those people, oh, they have free reign. Never even a thought about killing their asses. But our black asses who ain't did nothing but maybe run a stop sign. Maybe we had the wrong air freshener in our rearview mirror. Remember, that's what the guy in Minnesota got shot and killed about because they said he had the wrong freaking air freshener in the goddamn rearview mirror and he's dead. You got the young man in Minnesota as well who wasn't doing nothing but sleeping on his friend's couch and wake up and he gets shot to death and he wasn't even the right person. But this young man carrying the full arsenal of the United States Supreme Court mixed in with a little bit of the Army is out here about to take out probably several hundred black young men and women, and y'all ain't got no smoke for that. As a matter of fact, yeah, you get bonded too, because if you got the money, you can get bonded out. Clearly, he got some kind of money. He can afford the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps, so he got money. So what happens if he bonds out and you allow him to do it again? Make this shit make sense. But y'all think I'm the problem. Let me stop. Y'all gonna have me spike out. I told you this was the whole sugar spike. Line, just spiky as hell. This what y'all got going on. This what y'all got going on. Let me keep reading. On March 26th, I can't even get through this statement, y'all. It's crazy. On March 26th at approximately 4 a.m., Brandon James Bentley was arrested on the North Carolina A&T State University campus after being encountered driving unsafely in the area of Sullivan Street and Bimbo Road. After campus law enforcement discovered weapons in his vehicle, Bentley was immediately arrested and the weapons confiscated. Because of the quick and decisive action of law enforcement, How is it quick and decisive action when y'all told us earlier he was chasing around unarmed security guards? Anyway, a campus alert was not issued as the suspect no longer constituted an ongoing threat to campus safety. Y'all let this man had done this outside the campus of Brown University, University of Penn, Princeton University, Stanford University, Yale University, Harvard University. Let that young man had done that outside of that campus, baby, they would have had a threat level red alert for the surrounding 20-mile radius for the next 48 hours. Nobody in and nobody out. But our black asses, oh, we got him. Ain't nothing to see here. We ain't gonna even don't even worry about waking up. It's no threat to nobody. He's just out here. He just has enough arsenal to take out the entirety of the uh of the student body, but nothing to see here. Like I would be afraid to even touch his truck. I'd be afraid to walk campus. For all I know, this bitch done planted landmines all across the campus. I don't know. The bitch got blow darts. The bitch got pepper spray. He has choking devices. The bitch got a whole machete and a stun gun. He got everything. You think he ain't, bury a few landmines somewhere? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, they are not in states where it's illegal. Oh, you could have those guns in those states. You absolutely can. Anyway, that's what's going. All I know is that's the update. They said he got bond on the he appeared in court on the 27th and got bond at $100,000. Hey, watermelon sugar, come on, slide down this pole. Come to the stage and slide down the pole. Here. Um, in more spiky news. So, in the great state of Tennessee, the same state which last week we had children getting gunned down, right? Or was that week before last? We have mass murders going on in the state. And as opposed to trying to see what we could do and how we can thwart the threat to children across the great state of Tennessee, no, 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 no. They don't want no parts of that. They're more concerned with making sure that elected politicians and state representatives, elected and duly installed and sitting on the floor of the Tennessee House of Representatives, get expelled from their seats simply because they agreed and decided that they wanted to peacefully protest with children from around the state that were protesting the fact that there was no gun legislation um, anywhere to be found. This is what y'all got going on in these yet to be United States of America. Let me read this to you. 3 Democratic state lawmakers are facing expulsion from the Tennessee House this week after participating in a massive gun reform protest at the state capitol last week. The Republicans condemning their with the Republicans condemning their disorderly behavior. Representative Justin Jones, Democrat of Nashville, Representative Gloria Johnson, Democrat of Knoxville, and Representative Justin Pearson, Democrat of Memphis, took to the podium on the House floor without being recognized to speak during Thursday morning's session, according to the Nashville Tennessean. As protesters, a fraction of the hundreds who'd gathered outside for the for the Protect Our Kids rally filled the balcony, the trio led the crowd in chanting for gun reform. Johnson, Pearson, and Jones were admonished by House Speaker Cameron Sexton after he called for a 30-minute recess. House Minority Leader Karen Camper chastised Pearson and Jones, who'd carried a megaphone with him on to the podium for the disruption. She later reversed course, tweeting that the incident had been, quote, good trouble. Now, mind you, Minority Leader Karen Camper, appropriately named Karen, is the leader of the Democratic side in the House of Representatives in the great state of Tennessee. Justin Pearson and Johnson Jones, Pearson, and Johnson are all Democratic members. Of course, they're black as well. I know Jones and Johnson is. I don't know if I saw a picture of Pearson, but I know Jones and Johnson are black. I don't want to say that Pearson is because I haven't. I didn't see him. Oh, I'm sorry. They just showed me a picture of Justin Pearson, and he is black. So all three of them are black. Let me make that. I just saw a picture of Pearson, but I knew Jones and Johnson were black. So all three are black members, state representatives, voted and duly elected into the State House of Representatives. Their own party leader, Karen Camper, then ridiculed them and reprimanded them. And let me read that again. And then she tried to backpedal and pussy pop off of it. She at first chastised them, Pearson and Jones, who carried a megaphone with him to the podium for the disruption. Here's what happened. There was a big ass rally going on outside the state capitol building. It was the Protect Our Kids rally because the state legislature wasn't doing anything to create any laws that will control guns. So then some of the people got inside of the state capitol building, and some of the protesters did. So these three representatives, Representative Jones, Representative Pearson, Representative Johnson, the three of them went and they decided to they had bullhorns because they were outside with the rally. They came inside on the floor. Now, they were not recognized. No, they were not. But they came to the floor and they got the bullhorn, the megaphone, and they started chanting with the protesters who were already chanting in the gallows of the state capitol, where the House of Representatives are seated on the floor. So the Speaker of the House went to recess and he's upset. The weak, feckless ass Minority Leader Karen Camper, who's a Democrat, who these are three members of her caucus, decided to chastise them because, oh, why are you coming on the House floor with all of this? That doesn't obey our rules of decorum. Fuck you and your rules of decorum, because we got dead ass kids out here and we got parents worried about whose school is next to be on the list of schools that have had mass shootings at. We got parents worried about their children being alive. We got parents having to bury 9-year-olds, and you want to preach to me about what I should and should not do on the fucking floor of a body that refuses to do anything about the deaths of children in schools? Y'all are the religious fanatics, the religious freaks. When they don't went into y'all's institutions of learning, where y'all are doing real indoctrination in this Catholic religious private school. But I told y'all that they don't care about kids. They don't care about anything but the big five. I mean, the big four. male, white, rich. No, I'm sorry, male, white, heterosexual, and Christian. Those four. If you want to tack on the fifth, it is rich. That's all they care about. Hey, Danny, that's what we got going on. So now, but it was a peaceful protest. Nobody was arrested. Nothing. And even in peaceful protests, they arrest people just because there were no arrests at all. Excuse me. There were literally hundreds of children out there and their parents out there to protest. Right. So let me read this part. This is where it gets interesting. House Republican leaders declined to immediately reprimand the three Democrats, but have since introduced resolutions to expel the three Democrats from the chamber, according to the Tennessean. State Representative Sam Whitson, a Republican, was quick to characterize the incident as a stunt, calling for the House Democratic caucus to dole out punishments. He stopped short of calling for their expulsion, however. I believe quote, I believe expulsion will make them martyrs and they will be reelected or reappointed immediately. So I think the Democratic leadership and caucus should be held responsible for this incident. And if not, then we will hold the Democratic caucus responsible for tolerating such conduct. That's what the Republican side is saying. In an interview with the local radio station after the protest, Sexton likened the incident to an insurrection. Let me read that because this is the part I want to get to. In an interview with a local radio station after the protest, Sexton likened the incident to an insurrection. His office clarified over the weekend that his remark had been directed at Jones, Johnson, and Pearson, not the protesters. Really? This is what y'all got going on. He went on to say their actions are and will always be unacceptable, and they break several rules of decorum and procedure on the House floor. Their actions and beliefs that they could be arrested on the House floor were an effort, unfortunately, to make themselves the victims. End quote. So what happens on Monday? Oh man, what happens during the weekend? They got mad. They went on all of this radio platforms, and here's what happened. On Monday, it was reported that three lawmakers had had their identification badges deactivated, restricting their access to the Tennessee legislature and the members' parking garage. All three still had access to their own offices and legislative staff on Monday night. Quote, no one told me my garage pass was cut off. No one told me my badge to the building was cut off. That's what Senator Representative Gloria Johnson told the Tennessean, adding that she'd been unable to retrieve her mobility scooter over the weekend. She has a mobility scooter because she's an older Black woman, and they didn't even allow her access to the building to get her scooter over the weekend because when Friday came, they went there and their credentials said no, you're declined. Sitting members of the House of Representatives in the great state of Tennessee, sitting, duly elected, duly installed. Let me keep reading. Johnson and Jones were also stripped of their committee assignments, a retributive move first reported on Monday by Knox News. Pearson was just seated and did not yet serve on any committees. Hours later, Republicans filed resolutions to expel the trio, claiming they, quote, did knowingly and intentionally bring disorder and dishonor to the House of Representatives through their individual and collective actions. End quote. The resolutions were introduced during a chaotic evening session in the House with cell phone footage shot by Jones showing protesters in the balcony screaming, fascists, fascists. A vote was not immediately held on the matter, but the GOP holds a supermajority in the Tennessee legislature and is expected to be able to push the motions through. Standing outside the chamber minutes before, Jones told the Tennessean that a bipartisan expulsion vote would be unprecedented. So here's the deal. It's not just the Republicans that are looking to expel these Democratic lawmakers. They also got Democrats on their side. This is the fuck shit that we're talking about. These are three black representatives. I know Justin Jones said that um Justin Jones said that he was the youngest member of the Tennessee legislature. He's really young black man. I'm looking at Representative Justin Pearson. He also looks very young as well, maybe late 20s. Maybe if with black genes that might could equal early to mid 30s as well. And then you have this elderly black woman who's also on the um, one of the three, all black, all Democrat, all representing majority black areas. And you see what's going on. We allow people in Congress to lie, cheat, steal, and everything else. We allow people probably in the Tennessee state legislature. I don't have it right now, but I'm sure if I did, me and my research team, that's just me. But if me and my research team went and looked, I could probably find countless numbers of members of the Tennessee legislature that have done all types of nefarious things on the floor of the Tennessee House of Representatives and elsewhere around the great state of Tennessee. But y'all want to come at these three black people who decided that they were going to do the right thing and stand up for their constituency and say, yeah, peaceful protest. Yeah, we'll have peaceful protest right here on the floor because we have 9-year-old children laying on the floor and y'all don't seem to give a shit about them. But this is what they want. They want to find any little reason to say, oh, some black people are messed up. Let me go ahead and snatch your credentials. Let me go ahead and snatch your access to the parking garage. Let me go ahead and lock this elderly woman's scooter her mobility scooter that she needs to get around in her office so that she can't get to it all weekend. And then she has to have somebody else go get it for her, a member of her staff. And then not to add insult to injury, the leader of their own caucus tried to chastise and reprimand them. And you would think that the leader of the Democratic caucus would be, the first one at the front of the line trying to protest the fact that they ain't trying to pass no real gun legislation there. But this is the fuck shit that we have going on. On this channel, we have talked over and over and over about how the Democratic Party has failed us over and over and over. I drag them more than I drag the other side sometimes. But this is what we have going on. And so you know what that does? That means that when they remove these people, then they get to appoint whoever they want there. I think the governor does, and thank God the governor is Democrat, but still, that's an appointment. That's not who the people wanted and who the people voted for. It's a mess. It's a mess. This is a mess. And please believe, I tell y'all all the time over here, you see the blueprint work in one state, you try to shit all over the place. Because I'm going to tell you now what that's leading to is anytime you become passionate about something on the House floor in that state or in probably another one of these Republican states, and the person that's in their estimation getting rowdy and yelling and violating the rules of decorum in the House, will then be ceremoniously told that their ballot is removed and they can be locked out of their offices and locked out of the building, and then motions made to expel them. They just told you the GOP has a super majority. So anything they want to get through goes through. You think the likes of Governor Quasimodo, Sarah Huckabee Sanders ain't watching this to see, oh, y'all just expelling motherfuckers like that? Oh shit, yeah, we here for this. Let me see how this work out. Oh, that worked? She gonna go talk to her Republican leaders. This is what I need y'all to do. This is how we gonna handle this. And I just told you the lucky thing is if an appointment is made, I believe that the governor would have to make the appointment. It depends on the state constitution, but I believe that the governor would have to make that appointment if they decided to expel those members. But the good thing is it's a Democratic governor, and these are Democratic seats. Imagine if this happened in Governor Quasimodo's state. She ain't Democrat at all, and she don't give a shit. She will put her own people in there. A mess. This is what y'all got going on. This is what y'all got going on. I told y'all this was a spiky episode. Real spiky. Hold on, let me what else we go we can't talk politics these days, God, without talking my great state of Florida. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Governed by Governor Death Sentence. Hey, Tanya Boo. Tanya, I was over here guzzling. Well, not guzzling, but drinking a good amount of this because I had a bad day today, so I'm still over here drinking this. Tanya, don't judge me. Tanya, do not judge me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. God. Clicked on the wrong line. Oh, God. Florida has decided in its infinite wisdom they're going ahead with the 6-week abortion ban in Florida. It's made its way through the Senate. I think it has to go back to the House. I believe oh, I'm sorry, it already passed the House. Excuse me. I was checking for y'all. Yeah. It passed the House. Yeah, it already passed the House. So it's going to DeSantis' desk. So listen, 6-week ban coming in Florida. They were at 15. Now they're at 16. Remember, they had to fight for the 15. This is happening, people. This is really, really happening. Hey, Stuttering John, stop talking about my ex-wife's new husband. He is, wait, who, what? Wait, I'm trying to read. Well, let me see what he said. Stuttering John said, stop talking about my ex-wife's husband. He is a nice guy. Your ex-wife's husband who governed a death sentence? He's a nice guy? Well, that's good. In other news, Florida is also passing sweeping new voter laws. I'm not going to go into all of the provisos and things that they're laying out, but please know and note that in a state where Governor Death Sentence carved out and redid all of the districting himself, in a state that has already said We're going to be as racist as we can with our voting practices. We're going to be as discriminatory as we can. We're going to gerrymander as much as we want. On top of that, have decided to pass sweeping voter voting laws in Florida that further restrict and make it harder for people to vote in the great state of Florida, because this is what we got going on. They are doing everything in their power. And I'm not going to say we're silent, but not enough of us are making making noise about it. They want nobody to vote that do not align with them. Let's be clear. If you notice, look at the last election. DeSantis basically almost turned the entire I-4 corridor red. Go look at this past 2022, I'm sorry, election, and see how his redistricting basically turned the entirety of the I-4 corridor red. And the I-4 corridor was a blue area amongst a bunch of red. But he basically, and you remember the I-4 corridor, people used to neglect South Florida because they knew that South Florida was going to be blue. And they would just go and focus on the I-4 corridor. What is the I-4 corridor? Some of y'all are saying, what is that, LJ? The I-4 corridor is the I-4 that goes through the middle of Florida. It goes from Tampa to Orlando to, I think it ends over by Daytona. And those three areas are all blue areas, major metropolitan areas that are blue. There's some pockets of red on the corridor, of course, but that they would say if you travel that I-4 corridor and you hit all of those blue sections, you stand a chance to get Florida to go blue. So, but not Biden, DeSantis pretty much said, yeah, I don't care. I'm drawing this map over, and yeah, this whole I-4 corridor is going red. And that's how it was so overwhelming, because he was able to turn that I-4 corridor red. That's how that happened. That's exactly how that happened. Also, the Latinx vote failed in that area too, which has made the I-4 corridor doesn't have the Cubans. They have the Puerto Ricans and some Dominicans, but they have a huge Puerto Rican population. And the fact that many Puerto Ricans voted Republicans and voted against their own interests was shocking. Shocking, because it's usually the Cubans who are here for the fuck shit and who love voting against their own best interests and who love voting Republican. And most of them run under the Republican Party in Miami-Dade County with the Cubans. But the Puerto Ricans have been a stalwart in the Democratic Party in that area, and they went red. Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, there are sweeping voter laws that are designed to suppress the voting. Listen, y'all, I don't know. And that's in Florida. And I'm sure if you go to most states, they're doing the same. You know how this goes? One do it, all do it. Please believe, over there in the great state of Arizona, there's members of the Republican Party crafting legislation right now to carve out a map or find whichever voting laws or bills they can get passed in order to get people to stay Republican. I mean, get the state to go back red and not be blue. People say they gave up on Florida, Tracy, but Florida is still a winnable state. And the sad part is the Democratic Party as a whole has given up on Florida. They had given up on Florida before Florida went completely red with DeSantis. They had just given up. They had already not been pouring money into Florida. And so now they're not going to pour any money into Florida. And there's going to be winnable seats, and there are going to be opportunities for things to be done in Florida, but yet they're not going to do anything they can to try to make that happen. Hey, Morgan, what's going on? Listen, that's what y'all got going on. Um, the big news of the day is obviously the fact that man, Sunkissed man, has been arraigned and pled not guilty to 34 felonies in Lower Manhattan, all dealing with the Stormy Daniels money and um, fraudulent uh, um, business dealings, I should say, and accounting. Listen, listen. I really, really, really want to see not only him charged, but I want Bruh to do some time. All of the other cases he have, y'all just stand down. Stand down for right now. Let us focus on this case. Let's see. Now, if there's anywhere he can be got, it is this area. If there's any judge who's going to be not here for the fuck shit with him, it's this judge. If there's a DA that's not gonna let up, it is this DA. So we have all of the things aligned for this. The problem is, and they talked about this a lot today, there's already jury contamination. All that was the whole point of him leaking. Well, not really leaking, but jumping the gun, said, "Oh, I'm being arrested on Tuesday." Now he knew he was going to be arrested because the charges was good enough. He didn't. He had no clue that he was going to be arrested that Tuesday. However, that muddies the water. That contaminates the pool, and so now this jury pool is completely contaminated. People are going to lie and say anything to get on that jury, just so that they can go and get this young man off. I want to hear a guilty verdict, but even more than that, put his ass in jail. That's what I want to see. I don't just want to see a conviction. I want his ass in jail. Put his ass in jail. Period. So I'm gonna hold my breath. We ain't gonna go through no breakdown of the 34 charges and all of that list. We ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gonna bore you to death with that because you don't really care about that. At the end of the day, we want to see conviction and we want to see jail time. That's what we want to see. Save me on all of the, oh, this is unprecedented. Hey, Shawnee, this is unprecedented. Da 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 da. We know that great. What the unprecedented stuff that we want to celebrate and talk about is the fact that he's in jail. That's the unprecedented part that we want. I'm sure that your boy Ron DeSantis wants that as well. The problem is we don't know how long this trial is going to take. And the problem is we could be a year from now, dead smack in the middle of primary season, and this case still be going on. So we'll see. We'll see. But he was arraigned. I ain't seen no mugshot. I told y'all, if I saw a mugshot with that hair go, we was gonna do an endless loop of our boy. We was gonna do an endless loop of our boy. I'm just saying. So Deeper One say, "Who's in jail? I just popped in. Ain't nobody in jail yet. We hoping that he eventually go to jail. But your president got basically got booked, arraigned, charged, put in his plea of not guilty, and then allowed not only to leave, but leave the court, but leave the state. I don't know when they're meeting again. I didn't look that up yet. But like I said, we could be in the middle of next year still going through this, in the middle of the primaries, where he's leaving the courtroom and going to a rally. This is the fuck shit that we're about to have. We're going to have a young man literally leaving the courtroom and going to a rally, but then decrying everybody on the opposite side for being the criminals. I keep going the wrong way for my Gatorade. This what y'all got going on. I think they said he didn't have to take a mugshot for some. Right. We wanted the mugshot moment. Girl. Anyway, we about to get up out all the I can't even talk today. I've had such a bad day today. We about to get up out of here. Listen, y'all, please come back at 8 o'clock. I have an interview. I'm going to interview like only I can interview. We'll make the interview fun, but please come back at 8 o'clock. We will be here doing an interview at 8 o'clock with a young man named Rebel, who is an LGBTQ. Not he's not all of those letters. He's a gay rapper. And so at least I think he's gay. I don't know. We'll find out. I need to go do my homework, don't I? Yes, Shawty, we've been here for over an hour. We've been here for over an hour. We listen. You got to go back and hear about the man from North Carolina A&T with the blow darts. Y'all got blow darts going on. Blow darts. I did go get that sub yesterday, y'all. It was good. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today, but that sub yesterday was real good. Real good. I could go for some sushi. Maybe I should get the sushi today. Y'all think I should get the sushi today? Mr. Pisces never paid for this quinoa salad that he wanted me to get. He wanted me to get quinoa salad, wouldn't even pay for it. How you gonna tell me what to get and then don't pay for it? Now, if I'm paying for it, I'm getting what I want. If you pay for it, I mean, he's on a gay show, so it ain't rusty. It ain't rusty. But sometimes these people be professing that they ain't, so I have to let the people, even though we know who these people are, we be knowing what these people got going on. But baby, we got to let these people, in 2023, you got to let the people tell you what they are. You don't get to tell them what they are. Even though you might know what they are, you don't get to tell them that. So you made ham last night for the first time. Was it a baked ham? Was it a baked ham? Shoot. Now you about to make me want some ham. I'm hungry, y'all. What I'm eating tonight, y'all? Anybody sponsoring dinner tonight? And go make a suggestion. Now, if you make a suggestion, you want me to give it and you pay for it, you can do that. Otherwise, I'm going to get my own that I want, that I pay for. Baked ham. Oh, now did you do the honey glazed or pineapple glazed? What did you use for the glaze? Now my people are old school, so they do like a honey mustard, or I'm saying honey mustard where it's just sugar. Old school in some places in the South, they couldn't afford all of these pineapples and honey glazes and stuff. So baby, they'll take some mustard, put a bunch of sugar in that thing, mix it up, and that's how they glaze their ham. I'm telling you what I know. Telling you what I know. They ain't have that kind of money to be getting all that other stuff. They take that sugar. Some people use brown sugar. Some people use mustard. But them old ladies, they couldn't be buying no pineapple glazed and honey glazed and back in the day they ain't had that kind of money. That costs money. Maybe they took that mustard, took either some brown sugar or some white sugar, mix that bad boy up. And if you had a good one, they'll put like a drop of vanilla in it just to sweeten it up a little bit, of vanilla extract, just a drop to sweeten it up. Glaze that good ham with it. You won't know no difference. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Put a 27 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Your grandparent, your grandma, great grandma used to done did that. I'm telling you, that was the recipe in the South because they couldn't. Them old lady said we couldn't afford all that. Baby, we couldn't afford all that. We had a big old family to feed. Just saying. See, it ain't just me. Hey, Keisha. Child. Look, Diamond Pearl Gypsy, I'm trying to tell you. Jason said that's how my mom did it. Yeah. I got it to the side. See what I'm saying? Baby, that's how they used to them old ladies day. They play them game, baby. And when you learn how to see, I taught how to cook by them old ladies, by my grandma and her sisters and stuff like that. And baby, they didn't listen. Everything was old recipes, old recipes. Like when you're learning to make the homemade biscuits and you put the flour and they say, baby, punch a hole in it. They say make a heel. All right, punch a hole in the middle. Mind you, I done punched it too hard. Flour that came all over my face, but they tell you punch a hole in it. And then you put your, egg and everything. You put all your stuff in. See, people who ain't never made no homemade biscuits, old school style, like from back in, you know, from somebody who know what they're doing, they don't even know what I'm talking about. They don't know about punching a hole. They don't know about mixing the ingredients right there. No, they don't know about that. They don't know nothing about that. Nothing. These kids nowadays, all they know is take the little canister, pop the canister open, and there go your biscuits. That's all they know. Or if they real lazy, they buy the biscuits in the bag. You just cut the bag open, lay the biscuits on the cookie sheet, and then they just cook. Baby, they don't know nothing about no they don't know about making the heel, punch a hole in the heel. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know about when they teach you how to make certain things and you get the big pot. They only use one big. They use certain big pots for certain things. When you make it, okay, I'm making greens. Okay, you see that line right there on the pot. You look at inside the pot, you don't see no line. You see burnt marks, but you don't see no line. That's how much water you need right there at that line right there. Well, how much water is that? Baby, I told you, you need to fill it up to that line. I remember me and my me and my cousin, we was making some with my aunt. And she just I don't think she could tell us how much it was. We literally had to go take, she did have, measuring spoons and the measuring cups. But baby, she ain't never used them things. They used to just sit on the wall as decoration. She had them hanging, they was on the wall as decoration. Baby, we had to go, and when she said it out, we literally had to measure how much okay, one, two, how many cups of water and stuff. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing. They have no exact measurement. Baby, fill it up to that line. That's the line. How much is that? That is the line. Well, how much seasoning you put? How much cinnamon you put in there? I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Then they do one of these. Taste this. That's how much cinnamon you need. Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Baby, then they took another finger. Taste this. That's how much you need. Like, what? That's not giving me anything. I don't know anything. Baby, listen. Then this what they gonna do. Don't be baking nothing now. When you learn from them how to bake, this how they bake. They gonna tell you to put in the oven, right? Put in the oven. Everything is 350. Ain't no listen. Everything you put in that oven, old school style, is at 350. I don't care. I don't care what you cook it. You cook everything that goes in that goddamn oven at 350. You just cook it at different times. You don't even need to, you can go ahead and take the little, you can go ahead and take the doggone nozzle or to turn the thing off the knob off the doggone oven. Cause baby, you're not going for 350. Everything is 350. Do you hear me? Okay. Anything going in that oven. So y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know that is the only temperature black people know how to cook. Oh, baby, it's 350. You be asking me no questions. Then no, then you read a different temperature on a recipe, and you go tell the recipe. Nah, that's wrong. That ain't right. It's supposed to be 350. I told my grandma the recipe say 325. Baby, I told you it's 350. That thing just wrong. Our oven different. Our oven no. She said that. She said our oven different. Our oven no. It's 350. I said, Grandma. And then I ain't asked no more questions because the spoon might have came my way and bust me in the mouth if I asked too many questions. So I shut up real fast. But I said in my brain, now, Grandma, what the recipe says 350. So this the other thing they're gonna do, okay? Right, Shawnee, whatever it is, chicken, turkey, bacon, whatever, a cake, a souffle, whatever it was, peach cobbler, macaroni and cheese, whatever it was 350. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Here's the other thing them old ladies gonna do. This is what they gonna do, especially if they baking something, baby. That's gonna take about an hour, 2 hours. I know what. Well, how long is it gonna take? Baby, I know. Don't worry about it. They go in a room and go completely to sleep. And this is when they have no alarm clocks. They have no nothing. Baby, go slap to sleep, snoring and all. Wake up like it's instincts and say, "Come check the oven, open it up, look." Nah, I ain't ready yet. Close that thing back up. Go back in the bed and wake up and go to sleep and then wake up in perfect timing. They pull it out. The shit is perfect. I'm like, how the fuck? I know she ain't got no. Well, she don't even know how long. And you be in your mind like, what kind of witchcraft is this woman doing to make this shit work like that? Like it was complete witchcraft. We didn't know what or how it went on, but baby, it always came out perfect. Baby, I don't know what kind of witchcraft they used to be doing, but baby, it came out perfect. I ain't gonna even lie. Not gonna even lie. The other thing they don't play by, they don't change up on the ingredients. Any of the extracts, any of the seasonings or whatever, they do not change. You have them ask you to go to the goddamn grocery store. Baby, I need you to go get me some vanilla. I go ahead and give me some vanilla. I need some vanilla. I need some nutmeg. I need some cinnamon. And come back. Here's my money. I know how much it costs. Actually, we won't get money. Here's the food stamps. I know how much it costs. I know how much I should get back. Don't get fucked up. Now, you go to this store. They ain't told you what kind. They ain't told you. All they told you was go get go get my vanilla, go get my nutmeg, my cinnamon, and maybe some sugar or some eggs or something like that. Baby, come back in that house with the wrong brand. My grandma did McCormick. She didn't play around. If she was getting some extract, it better be McCormick. If it wasn't McCormick, you walk up in this house. Talk about you got some generic brand. Talk about, oh, it was cheaper. I thought you would have wanted me. Knowing what we really wanted to be cheaper for was we wanted to take the extra change because we thought she wasn't gonna notice. That she said she knew the exact amount, so we just bought it and took the change and put it in our pocket so we could buy some now and laters or something like that. Some now and laters, salt and vinegar chips and the jungle juice. Now later, salt, vinegar chips, and the jungle juice. We was gonna buy them three. That's why we had got the chick with because we wanted to keep the extra change because we knew how much she was supposed to get back too. So, baby, I remember one time we walked up in that house and it wasn't the right one. Baby, when I tell you, you listen, the hell that got raised about that, the wrong, the wrong brand. Listen, listen. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I am not lying. Mm. Coming to there with some generic. Uh-uh. Y'all know. Let me go back to these comments. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know It's that 350, baby. It ain't no measuring cups. They just decorations on the wall. And baby, you better come with the right. You better come with the right stuff over there. I'm just trying to tell you. Trying to tell you what I know. Maybe coming there with the wrong thing if you want to. Like what the fuck? And you know what you learn? That is a part of how you cook because that's why they shit always came out right because they didn't deviate. They use been using the same pot for 50 years. Grandma, it's time this pot got to go. This pot is older than me and my mama. Baby, I've been using this pot the whole time. I ain't changing no pots. Ain't nothing wrong with these pots. You gonna buy me? So I don't even want the ones you buy. Ain't nothing wrong with my pot. That pot is what makes my green. I ain't making my greens. It's nothing else but that pot. Why? Because they done measured everything on the side of the doggone pot. Let me see what y'all talking about. They can smell the done. They can. It's like witchcraft. They can smell exactly how done it is in they sleep. And you better get the exact. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, this works. My stuff comes out like this because I know the taste. You got. That's why they be like, taste this. Be like, what? Taste this. Be like, that's what it's supposed to taste like. And you know what? The first time you try it, right? You do exactly what they do, exactly to the letter. I mean, to the whole movement and everything. Bought the same ingredient, everything. You taste it. Nah, that ain't it. That don't taste like that ain't right. And you'll be like, wait a minute. And the only part that you don't have is that pot. And I used to say to myself, it's got to be that goddamn pot. That pot got 50 years worth of leftover food and grime engraved into the walls of this cast iron pot. That gives you extra flavor you didn't know you needed for 50 years of family functions. Yeah. But then that first time, eventually you get it there. But that first time and second time, you never get it to come out just like this. I'll take a book, child. I wish they still did. Shawnee, I wish they still did do paper food stamp. Remember that? You used to have a book of 65 and you could change that for $50. That's how I used to do it at the store by my house. Take that book of 65, and for each book of 65, they would give you $50 at the corner store. So we would go. And my aunt, I had an aunt, she used to get like $800, $900 worth of food stamps. Baby, she said, all right, I got 4 books here. You need to bring me $100. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck off. I need $100. No, I'm sorry, $200. $200. I need $200. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck off. Baby, you had to go sell them. That's old school right there. You got to go sell them books. Ain't no EBT cards. Oh my God, the same company, and it has to be Child McCormick. I'm telling you, they don't play about that McCormick. My mama and grandma was the same way. McCormick all the way. Yep. This is where stuff tend to go left. Some aunties are cheap and opt for It's not the fact that it's imitation vanilla because that's what they often use, but it's the right flavor of imitation vanilla. Most recipes want imitation vanilla. Most recipes don't call well, it depends on the rest. Some want regular vanilla, some want imitation vanilla. It just depends. My go-to right now is Watkins. Watkins, I've been dealing with Watkins vanilla for the longest time. That's my go-to. Matter of fact, I remember they started selling Watkins at Walmart, but they didn't sell all of the different Watkins extra. I think they just sold their vanilla. But Watkins, I don't do McCormick's. I do Watkins for my extracts. They're really good, really, really good, really good. Put a 27 if you know about the Watkins, man. Everybody know it was McCormick. I'm trying to tell you. Wait, wait. I got the desk there last time. You cover that with generics if you want to. I don't always. It don't always be the kids trying to squeeze the extra out of child. That's because you see, that's the aunties, that ain't the grandmas, and they sisters. See, they came up in the wrong generation. They came up where they thought they could, skip on different things. Them old ones, baby. They had it right. But gold medal flour be gold medal flour with the orange label with the blue writing. It was white. It had the orange. Had the orange label and the blue gold medal on top. Ooh, I remember that. Well, it wasn't orange. It was gold. It was gold, not orange. I'm saying orange, but it was gold. Gold medal. But now we use the cake flour Dawn's Downy whatever in the red and white box. Now that's the standard and go to if you baking cakes. You use what's the name of the in the red and white box? The cake flour Downy something. It got the little swan on them. Swan's down or something like that. I know it when I see it. I know it when I see it. But that's the cake flour that you pretty much use nowadays. No more, gold medal. But you know what I did? I did try out different ones that I wanted to that I, work for me. And I remember the first time I cooked my grandmother a cake that she taught me, but I didn't do it the way she, taught and used. I used my own. I had played around with that thing. She like, boy, what you done did to my cake? She said, boy, that thing good. Boy, what you done did to this? You got to show me that. I said, I'll show you, Grandma. I told her what I used. She said, well, baby, you don't got to show me that more because I'm not changing from my McCormick. She said, baby, I'll just let you make it because I'm not changing from my stuff. I'm not changing. I ain't buying a new one. Still have my granny spots and know what to cook in each one. Child, trying to tell you. I bought my grandma some gourmet vanilla from Mexico, and she cussed me out and told me I was bougie. Yep. The pot does have seasoning. Listen, my mom has cast iron skillet from 1940. It's been the family pride, like forever. Little pepper seasoning from Albertsons was my auntie's move on. Yeah, my mama uses her Dutch oven to cook certain dishes. We're not allowed to take. Okay, especially my sister. She's been using certain pots. Y'all are silly. Land O'Lakes butter was the only that was. It was Land O'Lakes. It was Land O'Lakes butter. Yep. Al Bundy with now. I did have to go out there and work with my uncles on that grill. You know, when you set the grill, they tell you to get. Okay, you go to the store. You get the mesquite wood chips. I need, a packet of mesquite wood chips that's gonna go in here. You get the mesquite wood chips, right? So what we used to do is you make your pyramid because you got to make the pyramid for the barbecue. You make your pyramid, right? If you make your pyramid right, that's what my uncle always said. Boy, if you make your pyramid right, you don't need all that lighter fluid and stuff like that. You know what the hell y'all doing? I be tasting lighter fluid all in my hamburgers and chicken and shit. You don't need no. They weren't lying. They take one good match, sit it down there in the bottom, and move it toward the middle. Next thing you know, a couple minutes later, everything on fire. You let that bad boy, burn off, maybe about 30 minutes or so. Let it burn till it's gray, and then we in there. Then that's when you add the mesquite wood chips. Then you know what you take. Now, if you black, you know what you take. You take you a good onion, quarter that onion, and put that onion. Sometimes you, depending on the size of the onion, you might use two onions. You take that onion, you quarter it, and you put that onion around the chips. I mean the charcoal as well. So you had the charcoal, the mesquite wood chips, and then you had the that onion that you would cut up. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. About 30, 45 minutes, that thing ready. You ready to get it down, get it down. I inherited some of those ways. Don't get me no ranch outside of Hidden Valley. That's all you do is Hidden Valley Ranch. Nothing else. Got to be Texas Pete Pepper McCormick. We got a grits pot, a grits pot, a gravy pot, a greens pot, Child 2 for 1. Vanilla costs more per gram. Yeah, it does. It's very expensive. Okay. I don't even know why I told y'all to put 27, God. And my mama only uses Miracle Whip, no mayo. That was a thing in our family too. We did if they didn't use mayonnaise, they use Miracle Whip for everything. That's true budget waste now. When they used the stuff like what they used to use, like potato salad and macaroni salad, And you know, different stuff they use. Mayonnaise, they would use Miracle Whip. Swans Down. Thank you, Ma. I thought it was Swans Down, but that's the cake flour. She uses soft Tastic and Dawn's. Okay. No, my aunties are all in their 80s. They're the ones being cheap. My great aunts were the ones that used the pure ingredients. Okay. But see, your great aunts are probably the age of my great aunts, and your aunts are probably like the age of, I don't know, whatever. But you know what I mean. My mom only used self-tasking and so on. Okay, I read that. We need a whole cooking lot. We do need a cooking lot. Hey, Quintessential, we talked about you earlier, the fact that you went out and voted. Hey, boo. Pallet smoker got me looking like Bobby Flay. I chef that. I ain't even got no snacks today. I'm about to go get me something to eat. I don't want to mess up my appetite, but just know it's been a bad day. I need a real good meal. I need a real good meal. I gotta go. Let me get off here. I gotta do this interview at 8 o'clock. Y'all come back at 8 o'clock. I think y'all been talking with me a little bit. Cha. I think y'all for talking with me about this food. Y'all made me reminisce back to my childhood, honey. Woo, cha. Yeah, I need y'all know I done had a bad day. I got this interview to do at 8. So I need to go get me something good to eat right now, y'all. And y'all come back around here, meet me over here at 8 o'clock. I have an interview. And we'll get in and get out. And that's all I got for y'all. Y'all know, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. You all could have been a whole lot of places, but you were here with me, and I'm so grateful. Thank y'all so much for being here. I got to get up off here, get something to eat, get ready for this interview. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. Till next time. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.